is because 3,000 Americans were killed from Afghanistan in New York City. And those terrorists are right across the border, and they still want to kill us. So the way I look at it, I'll put politics to one side, but as long as Al-Qaeda wants to kill us, I want to see us killing them until there aren't any more Al-Qaeda left. None. Just put them all 6 feet under the earth, and that means that we have to remain there and just keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them until we shatter them.
Celeste Governor, you both, I think, have referred to this, that this has been brought up in the context of negotiating legal immunity for any troops who would stay after.
Oh, it's utterly essential, and we saw the breakdown in negotiations over troops in Iraq on exactly this point. It would be intolerable for the United States to subject its soldiers. It would be intolerable for the United States to subject its soldiers to legal action by the Afghan government. It's just simply unthinkable, and so we've got to get past that problem first, and that's a problem we didn't get past in Iraq, and it's why we don't really have troops there now. But if I could just say, I agree with the spirit of Bing West's remarks. I too, and it's not clear to me how remaining in Afghanistan with a fairly large footprint fits into a larger global counterterrorism program. And I think we need to answer that question before we talk about how many troops we need in Afghanistan and what they should be doing.
Bing West, you can respond to that, but I would like to know your view on this legal immunity. Would you agree that that is something that any troops that remain would have to have?
I agree entirely with Celeste. She's absolutely correct. I have no truck with a lot of what the Afghan government is doing. I just look at this as being in our interests, and I think we have to deal with President Karzai in a very hard, very firm way because he's not reliable. But in the end, it's not about Karzai and it's not about politics. It's about the fact that Al-Qaeda wants to kill us. And we have to remain there with some troops because of distance. I agree with Celeste, if we could be offshore and do it, fine, but the distances are just so huge that practically speaking, it makes sense to keep a small number of troops there who are aggressive and offensive.
Just quickly, finally, to you both, it's been raised, it's been speculated that this could be just a negotiating ploy, tactic on the part of the administration to get President Karzai and his government to give that immunity. How do both of you see that question? Celeste Governor.
Well, I certainly hope that they're taking the option seriously because, as I said earlier, I think it'd be irresponsible not to take that option seriously. It is a real option and we should be exploring it. If it helps to put pressure on Hamid Karzai and various other Afghan officials as well as regional powers to let them know that we could be gone and they need to fix this problem and they need to fix the problem in their region, then great.
Bing West, do you think it could be what she said is an effort to put pressure on President Karzai?
Well, I hope so, and I like the way Celeste framed it, but President Karzai is so erratic that you don't know how he's going to react to anything, so I prefer that we not do those things in public because he's really not that reliable. He's a little bit nutty himself.
Well, we appreciate you both talking with us. We know President Karzai will be meeting with President Obama on Friday. Bing West, Celeste Ward Governor, thank you.
Thank you so much, Judy.
Thank you.
we've all talked about, does it in some way taint a whole generation, really, of players?
That really is the flip side. You know, what do we know for a fact about any of these people? And just because their names have not come up in, you know, say the Mitchell report.
It is no shape-shifting here. Nothing going on.
Problem, does that mean they
but
were
both
clean?
that lady
I think
and
that's one reason
that
why you're gonna have,
ex
zero people voted in this
Congress
year,
guy
because people are waiting. Craig Biggio, who got the most votes of
had
anybody on this year's
shape-shifting.
ballot, was on the ballot for the